Hi, I'm Haley, and my blog's about DC Outfitters. And so basically, we had 5 bags of clothes and 3 bags of toiletries, and we split up into 5 groups of 3 and took them to a park and started handing the clothes out to the homeless people who were sitting there or living there, depending on their situation and preference, if they wanted to stay in a shelter or not. And so my group, we had t-shirts, and originally we went up to these 2 men and we asked them, do you know anyone who would like a t-shirt, because we didn't want to assume that they were homeless in case they were just sitting on the bench and looked homeless. And so one of the men said he didn't want a t-shirt, but then we started pulling them out and we said that we would wear the t-shirts, and they were actually pretty nice, and so he ended up taking 2, and then pretty quickly everyone else came over, and we ran out of t-shirts very fast, and people ended up taking 2 or 3. Sometimes they said no or wanted a specific size according to their preference. Others wanted to know where the pants were, toiletries, and it was just very interesting to see how quickly everything was gone. And so then after that, we kind of moved on and started talking to different people. My group ended up talking to 2 women, Kathleen and Linda, and I don't know, just based on what we learned about the homeless people from the coalition earlier in the day, was that they wanted to be acknowledged and treated as a human being, and sometimes by living on the streets they don't want to live in a shelter because their things get stolen or the shelter's gross, or try to force them into programs they don't want to be in. And so the 2 women told us their names, and that was another thing, that they might not hear their names or have very many conversations with people while on the streets, so they just wanted to be acknowledged. And we ended up talking to them for a while. Linda told us that she was very excited to have a meeting with her caseworker on Monday, that she was finally going to get housed, and she would be able to see her family for the first time in 2 years once she kind of figured out her own life and her situation, was able to pay for housing, and I think not be quite so embarrassed about being homeless. She told us that she has a very large family. She has 2 daughters who are living on their own, and so she wanted to get her life sorted out before she saw them again. And so, I don't know, it's just very eye-opening how friendly and I guess normal the people seemed. And they just talked for forever, and they were very nice, and we're very appreciative that we were out there and having a conversation with them for some time.